I've been selling on Amazon for over 8 years, and I lost over $400,000 learning the exact process I'm about to give you for free. Because most people who fail on Amazon FBA already lost before they even launched, because they burned months on ads and listings and photos when the real damage was already done when they picked the wrong product. Because if you choose the wrong product, you're dead before you even get started. And that's a hard pill to swallow. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the exact product research process I use to decide if I should go ahead and launch a product and it's worth my money and time, most importantly, or if I should just run away from the very beginning. And I promise you, it's not gonna be any hype, no guru stuff. We're gonna go over actual numbers I look at. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to look at almost any product and know in about 10 minutes whether it's going to make you money or drain your bank account. The product research phase is the single most important thing you do on Amazon. Your ads, your photos, your listing, none of it matters if the product itself is not going to work. And I built brands from scratch and lost over $150,000 doing it the hard way. And I've also bought businesses and lost another $280,000 on 2 bad acquisitions. And almost every one of those losses traces back to the same thing. I didn't respect this phase enough. So the goal is very, very simple. Before you spend a single dollar on inventory, you want to know the product can actually make you money. The first thing I look for is whether new sellers are currently making money in this niche. And we're not talking about big brands that have been selling for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. We're talking about new sellers that have entered this niche in the last 6 months to up to a year. Because if a brand new seller can come in here, make money, that tells me the market is still open enough for me to get a slice of that pie as well. And the way this is usually gets taught is to go find the low competition products. But the problem with low competition products on Amazon, it usually also means that there is a low demand or that it doesn't actually sell. So I'd rather walk into a proven market where it might be saturated, where money is already being spent and made, than trying to go ahead and reinvent the wheel in some empty niche. So step one, I want to see new sellers with real sales, with real reviews, because that is proof that the door is still open. So now this next part is where most people mess it up, and the reason why they end up calling Amazon FBA a scam. Even if new sellers are making money, it doesn't mean that you are as well. Because the number one thing above everything else is a unit economics. And the number that I want you to remember throughout this video is 50% net margin before ads. That means before I spend a dollar on advertising, I want to make sure that half of my sales price is still left over. So say you're selling a $10 item. Your first cost is going to be the cost of the goods. That means manufacturing your product and getting it shipped from your manufacturer to an Amazon fulfillment center. After that, Amazon goes ahead and charges you 2 different fees, and this is where people get wrecked. The first one is a 15% selling fee. That means that every single time your item sells, Amazon takes 15% just for using their platform. So on a $10 product, that means $1.50 is gone straight to Amazon. The second one is fulfillment fee. That's Amazon's picking, packing, and shipping your product to a customer for you. And this is the crazy thing, because that fee is based on the size and the weight of your product. So at the very beginning, if you pick a big, bulky, heavy item, the fulfillment fee alone can eat up your entire margin. So that is why I stay away from big, heavy products when you're first getting started with Amazon FBA. Once you have the experience, go ahead and do it. But between the cost of goods sold, that 50% fee, and the fulfillment fee, you want to be still left over with 50% net margin before ads. So if you don't have that margin before you even launch, you're basically launching just to fail. And that's before I even mention any other fee like storage fee, returns, refunds, and all these little ticky tack fees that Amazon hits you with along the way of you selling on Amazon. So, okay, hope we got that straight, right? So, let's say new sellers are winning and your margin is at least 50%, you are still not done because there is one more number that quietly kills most products. Even with a 50% margin, you have to look at the cost per click. Because when you're brand new to Amazon, basically 100% of your sales are going to be coming from ads. And you can't rely on organic sales at all in the very beginning. So I use a software to pull estimated cost per click for main keywords in a niche. And if the cost per click is high, that 50% margin can disappear very, very quickly. And then after that, I look up the average conversion rate for the market so I know a baseline. You can go ahead and use Product Opportunity Explorer. I also have more videos about this as well. But let's use easy numbers for say. So say the market converts at a 10% conversion rate. That means for every 10 clicks, you're getting roughly one sale. So if your cost per click is $1, then 10 clicks equals $10 in ad spend to make a single sale. And now you put that against your actual margin. So if you're only clearing a few dollars of profit per unit, but it's costing you $10 in ads to sell one, you've got a problem before you even get started. And this is the math that actually tells me whether a product is even worth launching. You have to bake in the cost per click, the conversion rate into all of these numbers. And then you see your real margin before you even start running ads on paper, before you spend a single dollar. So that's the whole product research phase for me, because you're looking at all of this at the very same time. Are new sellers making money? Is the manufacturing and shipping costs leaving you with any margin? What are the Amazon fees doing to that margin? And what's the cost per click? And what's the conversion rate doing? And what is left over? If you skip all of this and just find a cool looking product and just send it in, you're launching blindly. And launching blindly on Amazon is how you end up with $20,000 on inventory that you just can't sell. And how do I know that? Because I've done it numerous times. I've got a garage full of failed products. We're talking about duffel bags, shoe glue that never ended up moving, just to prove it to you, right? The entire point of doing this work up front is that by the time you launch, there is literally no surprises at all. And if you want a full step-by-step, I have a completely free A to Z Amazon FBA course here on this channel that walks you through all of this in deep detail. And I'll drop it in the description so you can go ahead and easily find it. But if you're serious about actually launching a brand and you want me in the room for key decisions with you, I run a program called the Brand Operator. It's built for beginners who want to operate like real business owners and not chasing the next get rich quick scheme. And it literally takes you through all 6 stages, from picking the product to launching a brand that actually is profitable and become an asset you can sell down the road. And I've had students go from never selling a thing to running their own product, and ones who's actually doing over $20,000 per month right now. And that's you. Go follow me on Instagram, DM me the word brand, and I'll see if you're a good fit. But other than that, if this helped you, do me a favor, subscribe, like, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next video.